What's up, you guys? My name's Rad Beast, and today I want to share with you my top 10 beginner tips for City of Heroes in 2026. Before we get started, I just want to say welcome to the community. We're so excited to have you, and thanks so much for watching my video, too. If you find any of this information helpful, go ahead and leave the video a like. If you have any questions or key concepts that you would like explained, go ahead and shout them out in the comments because I want to make more content like this. And if I don't answer you there in the comments, maybe we can make a more in-depth video about it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tip number 1 for aspiring do-gooders and ne'er-do-wellers. Don't worry about your origin. It says this is primarily a narrative choice and will not have a significant impact on your overall game experience, meaning this really only affects what contacts and missions you encounter in the world and determines what early game shops you will use. But ultimately, you're not really limited with either. With the Ouroboros flashback feature, you can access basically any mission in the game, and generalized shops are readily available. Tip number 2, go ahead and play the tutorial. No, it's not jam-packed full of a lot of information, but if you're wholly unfamiliar with City of Heroes, it can give you some helpful tips, and if nothing else, it'll get you started on some missions that you can continue with once you get into the real game. Now, selecting your tutorial will set you up for either hero or villain side. Outbreak for hero, breakout for villain, and if you want, you can try the newest tutorial, Galaxy City. This has a decision you can make halfway through mid-story that will set you up for either hero or villain. Tip number 3, customize your windows in HUD. Using the menu button on your health bar and under options, there are loads of different ways to customize your HUD and different game features like the color of your text bubbles and other fun stuff too. Go ahead and look over all of these options, and when you're happy with everything, be sure to save options to file. This way, when you make a new character, you can open the options menu and quickly apply these settings to your new toon with the load options from file button. Also note that pieces of your HUD, like your map and various trays, can be detached from their anchor points using the small dot on the left-hand side, and then they can be resized and moved around your screen freely. Tip number 4, use public supergroup bases for fast travel. Instead of struggling with zone connections or trains, you can use public transport bases to teleport to many of the zones in the game. All you need to do is enter a supergroup space code where prompted at the supergroup portal. Many of these public SG bases have quartermasters, trainers, and icon employees. I'll be sure to list some public supergroups for each server in the description. Control-C and Control-V will be your best friend when entering in these codes. Tip number 5, visit Null the Gull in Pocket D. Null the Gull is the funny little guy perched on top of the van on the red side of Pocket D. Although small and silly, he's very helpful. Most importantly, he allows you to adjust your hero to villain alignment at any time, including rogue and vigilante settings, which I recommend as these alignments give you access to all of the zones, hero or villain, and most missions and contacts. He also can change how certain buffs affect you in the game, most notably disabling group fly effects from other players. He serves one other purpose, but I think it's worth seeing for yourself. Tip number 6, visit the S.T.A.R.T vendor in Pocket D. The S.T.A.R.T vendor has loads of goodies that on live were locked behind paywalls or other barriers to access. Some ease of life options do still cost in-game currency, but many are free, like the prestige enhancements. The S.T.A.R.T vendor can also do things like enable or disable certain inspiration and recipe drops. But some of the most useful things you'll find the S.T.A.R.T vendor has to offer are under prestige powers, including a couple free permanent powers that can boost your early game damage. I highly recommend picking up Sands of Mew, Nemesis Staff, and Black Wand. If you have the Influence or Infamy for it, I also highly recommend picking up one of the 3 enhanced runs, Athletic, Ninja, or Beast, as well as the Long Range Teleporter, which will allow you to teleport directly to any zone that you have an exploration badge in. Most costly, but in my opinion most worth it, are the travel powers listed here. Assemble the team, team transporter, mission transporter, base transporter, and your own supergroup portal that you can summon anywhere. Note that the flying powers listed here are not combat compatible, meaning you can't use other powers while they're active. Other items worth mentioning are the free buff powers, Inner Inspiration, Mystic Fortune, and Secondary Mutation. There's also free self-revive powers. You can pick up one under the miscellaneous tab that you can purchase and use once every half hour. And if you're like me and you don't like to take the power fly, there are jetpacks that you can purchase in the temporary power tab that are still combat compatible. The temporary power page also has XP multipliers that can boost your XP at the cost of infamy or influence. And lastly, there are amplifiers to boost your stats if they're lacking, and other purchasable non-permanent powers, meaning you have to buy X amount of uses. Tip number 7, turn on combat monitoring. If you open your powers tab and look at the very top left, you'll see next to your incarnate abilities the words combat attributes. Clicking this pulls up a window that displays and organizes all of your character's stats. And I mean everything. All of the buffs, debuffs, status effects, all of it. But because this window is large and displays way too much information for it to always be open, you can right-click any given stat and press Monitor Stat, which will give you a small window for your stats total to pop up in. This is very helpful because you can see in real time if your character's stats start to take a dive. It's worth noting that if the values turn red, your stat has gone into the negative, meaning it's working against you. And if your stat turns blue, then you've hit the hard cap, and there's no point in eating more inspirations or trying to get that stat buffed any further. Tip number 8, use the auction house command /AH. Winsworth is City of Heroes auction house, or rather the player-to-player market. And instead of visiting Winsworth locations throughout the game, you can quickly type in /AH to your chat and open the market anywhere that is not inside a mission or a supergroup base. It's nice to be able to play the market while teams form or you're waiting for things to get started. Tip number 9, use the supergroup base for storage. Once you've collected a good amount of treasure, you're gonna want somewhere to put it. After reaching level 10, I highly recommend starting your own supergroup base for all your alts. If you're a villain or a rogue, you can visit the Registrar in the Arachnos building located in Marconaville in Port Oaks. And if you're a hero or vigilante, you can visit the Registrar located in Paragon City Hall in Atlas Park. Putting together a base seems daunting, but a simple base for storage can be thrown together rather easily once you know all the controls. I'll be sure to link an explanation of the controls in the description so you all can check it out. If this solution doesn't suit you, you can always email yourself your goodies using your global name or create a second account with characters dedicated to storage. If you're unsure what your global name is, you can find it under the menu and selecting chat handle or pushing X. This will give you a little pop-up displaying your global name at something and will be the name of your first character created if you've never changed it. Lastly, you can also use your auction house as storage. Though there's not as many spaces for storage as there once was, anything you place in the auction house will stay there after closing the window, so you can retrieve it at a later date. Note that this is character dependent, so remember which character you have them stored away on. Tip number 10, customize all your costumes before level 10. It's worth noting that all tailor sessions are free prior to level 10, and variety is the spice of life, so go ahead and take advantage. The character customization in City of Heroes is very in-depth and one of the best parts of the game, but tailor sessions can get pricey the higher level you become, so go ahead and get all your costume ideas out of the way early and free of charge. Bonus tip, costumes can be saved and loaded just like your settings, so if you have a go-to look, be sure to save it and spare yourself some trouble in trying to recreate it perfectly. And a final bit of advice, prioritize playing with other people and making friends. One of City of Heroes' greatest features is its community. The people are friendly, helpful, and many like myself are eager to see new players. Resources online have gotten better in the last couple of years, but so much information is best learned through word of mouth or experience. That being said, there is no wrong way to play City of Heroes. There are definitely plenty of builds that can solo most content, no problem. But it's so much more fun with people to banter with, and also the game is centered around the idea of teams and teaming. A well-constructed team can be a seriously fun powerhouse to be a part of. So please don't be afraid to use the Looking for Group Chat channel or the Help channel. You'll find playing with friends unlocks so much in terms of game content and just in general enjoyment.